Here with Technical Solutions. So very quickly, just wanted to follow up with a couple stocks that I called out yesterday. If you guys are not a part of our group Technical Solutions already, feel free to click the link in the description. But let me go ahead and talk to you about a swing trade that I called out. If you guys are a part of our group, people are asking me what it is that I'm, seeing value in when it comes down to you guys. Unfortunately, I think I cut losses a little bit too quick. Not cut losses, locked in profits a little bit too quick. And what I mean by that is that yesterday I called out that this thing was flatlining and consolidating at $10.80. I saw it was no question that when it started seeing a downward trend, it really started to consolidate. Here we have the purple VWAP to support that, and it was really holding at 1080. Ended up purchasing at 1080 and held it overnight. I felt like that was a pretty solid support, and there's no question that within the past 3 days, UGAZ has continuously been showing signs of an upward trend, and that's why I felt confident about my day trade. So it wasn't just a random confident about my swing trade. So it wasn't just a random swing trade. It was one that I actually saw value in. Now, it had this little pump from $10.80 to highs of about 10.20 to 10.25 during pre-market hours, so about 4% at most. Now it's up to 11.23. Here was that based on yesterday's trend, again, I've been trading UGAZ every single day, mainly as day trades, just because I haven't been trusting UGAZ nor DGAZ for swing trades for the past couple of days. The reason why I ended up putting my stop loss on UGAZ was that I saw, I guess it wasn't yesterday, it was the day before, but it had somewhat of a sell-off right as the market opened, and I didn't want the same thing to happen, and then for me to give up all the profits that I made today for it to come back at 1080, end up coming back up. Then I should have just day traded it, right? So what I did was, I saw the support that it was building at $10.15, and this is a rookie mistake. I put my stop loss at 11.15 instead of having to have put it at 11.14. I knew the overall support, how it was flatlining and consolidating. 11.15 was a critical point. I put my stop loss at 11.15. I should have put it at 11.14, right below the support. I didn't give it the margin that it needed, but it looks like right now it is bouncing off the purple VWAP. It is approaching the red VWAP. Therefore, those that are interested, it might be a good, pretty decent time to lock in profits, wait for the pullback, and then to identify a better buy point. But overall, I hope that a lot of our traders are pretty happy with their position. Let me go ahead and talk to you guys about one day trade that I already took a position on. This is not 100% nor any encouragement for you to actually take a position, but this is for ATRS. If you guys saw my video yesterday during around 5 to 6:30 Mountain Standard Time, that's Arizona time, this is a pharmaceutical company. We called about buying the dips. Had a huge drop from $3.71 all the way down to the $2 support. That's where it really started to flatline. And this is the area that I'm focusing on. It identified a good strong point, its peak, and then it's identified a good low point. And look, it's starting to show signs. This MACD indicator is starting to show signs that it's starting to see somewhat of an upward trend. It's most likely going to indicate a buy soon. Therefore, when I saw this pull back, start seeing an upward trend, I got filled at 219. I understand that the overall VWAP is right here. So what I'm going to give it is a margin of 1%. I'm going a little bit more risky on this one, but I'm not going in very deep. I'm not going in very heavy when it comes down to my actual position. I average at about 4,000 or 4,500 for my positions, which by no means is a lot for my swing trades. But when it comes down to my day trades, I like to keep them. Oh, and look, there's a pullback. So I like to keep them anywhere from around $3,000 to $4,000. So in this position, I took $3,000 position, and I'm going to see if it ends up going below the purple VWAP. I'm going to give it 1%, and I'm going to try to be a little bit riskier. Oh, there we go. I'm going to try to be a little bit more risky with this one, but it looks like 217 is the overall support, something that I should have done intraday with the 1-minute chart for it to break above the EMA. I did not. I tried to get in a little bit closer to the support because I knew 220 was the support when it was consolidating. I feel like my potential for profit is still much greater than my potential for loss because, if we can go from 219 all the way to that, 230, 234 price point, the potential for profit is 6.46%. What's my potential for loss? Well, from 219, I plan to cut my losses at around, 214. My potential for loss is about 2%. With that being said, nothing huge. 2% of $3,000, that's about $60. Nothing huge, and looks like I'm almost going to get stop lossed out. But simply just wanted to talk to you guys about why I saw value in this one. I see this one to be a dip. I did not wait for one of my rules, and that was my fault, and I apologize for not leading by example. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So it came down to, I see this huge margin of profit because it has the potential for it to start climbing up. It just really needs to break above 220 and for it to start moving up. And I'll follow up with that within the Technical Solutions Discord group. I'll be sure to jump right in there. That's pretty much it. So it came down to profit. Whoa, because that's the all right. But yeah, it looks like it's at 219, 218 right now. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. So the next one is going to be TEVA. This one has a huge sell-off. This is something that we really like to focus on. It's identified its support right now at $14, and that's the overall point where I would cut my losses, $14.30. If it drops below that, it looks like it's seen an upward trend. It's already pumping back up. So therefore, all intraday, this is a day trade. It's built this margin of profit of about 6%. So GNCA broke below 165. That is not my stock. So right now I'm at 218, 219 for my current position for ATRS, and I'm pretty much breaking even. This one actually shows a like pretty decent potential. It just broke above 1450, and this is showing a lot of signs of an upward trend. So I'm going to go ahead and call it out in the main group chat. So EVA, pull back now. Alrighty. So yeah, it definitely looks like now it's starting to see an upward trend. We might get a little bit of a resistance off the EMA and the purple VWAP. But overall, it looks like it's starting to show a little bit more signs of an upward trend, which is something that we look for. Again, we wait for the pullback, wait for the support, wait for the indication of the upward trend, and then make the decision to buy. I unfortunately did not make that decision or did not play it out correctly. Hopefully it ends up not biting me in the butt. It looks like the EMA is starting to act somewhat as a resistance. But hopefully we can break that wall of 219 buyers, end up breaking right through. I did want to follow up with a couple more, if that's all right with you guys. So up, broke above it. All right, let's go ahead and just follow up with this one. Let's see if I can lock it in. So we just broke above the purple VWAP, so now we're up. Try to be patient. MACD indicator right now is starting to show. Oh, there it almost gave the signal, but it had a little bit of a pullback. Did you guys see that? Tried to give the signal of a buy, but still not there. The volume to really start picking up. So we're gonna let that happen naturally. I plan to sell anywhere around 230. That's where I expect the resistance to be once we break above this resistance at around 224. It only makes sense because that's where it peaked out during pre-market hours. So that's a pre-market resistance. So again, I've identified a low point, a high point, and where I would cut my losses. That's a form of risk management. So therefore, every time that I take a position, I know the risk involved before I actually take it, and I know the potential for profit is much greater than the potential for loss. Therefore, is it something that I need? Just want to make sure that you feel comfortable every single time that you're trading, that you understand what it is that you're investing in, and that you're investing in something that's offering more potential for profit than the loss or the risk that you're taking as well. So let me go ahead, and I have my order ready to sell at around 230 if I have to. I want to give it a little bit cushion just in case we can get a little bit of a rally, and kind of just focus on that. So give me one quick second and let's see what happens. I'm sorry if I'm holding you guys up. All right, all right. Looks like it's kind of just flatlining there at 220. So let's see. Keep this live stream going on for too long. Let's see if I can get any action here. If not, then I'll just move on over to the Discord lobby. questions, and then we can continue it there. But it looks like TEVA, if you guys can see right here, we caught it when it was at like 1440 and stuff like that, 1466, and it looks like it's still showing signs of an upward trend. ATRS still doing pretty good. Called out, hit somewhat of a resistance to see somewhat of a pullback. I'm pretty sure it hit that resistance or that pre-market high. Yeah, almost hit that red VWAP. So anywhere around 226 should sign of a resistance. It's still holding above EMA, so that's good. If it breaks above that, then we might get a little bit of a pullback, but nothing crazy. Again, the inverse of UGAZ is DGAZ. That and make sure that everything is going according to plan. Another one is ACR. This thing has been or experienced a pretty solid pullback. One of our traders called it out yesterday, and it looks like it's been consolidating at 220. If we can continue that upward trend, there's no question, offers a lot of margin of profit to be made up. But again, we just have to wait for that confirmation of that upward trend. All right, guys, it looks like the volume just really isn't there for ATRS right now. It's even pulling back. So I'm going to continue the live chat. I'm just going to join the TechBot Solutions voice channel on over to in the Discord chat. So right now we're about the break-even point at 220. I want to make sure that let's see, much moving. Okay, there we go. Yep, that's good. But no, 219, 220. Miss anything? I'm gonna set my alert as I. All right, there we go, 220, 221. So I hope a couple of stocks that I talked about today can guide you in the right direction. Ultimately, what we like to do within TechBot Solutions is we like to encourage you guys to never trade based on anyone else's opinion. You should always have an understanding of what it is that you're investing in. And then if you don't, you simply should not be trading that specific stock. Make sure that you have a plan, which is an entry, exit, and stop loss plan every single time before you actually take a position. And I hope those little tips and tricks can guide you in the right direction. Other than that, all the links are in the description if you guys would like to stay connected with us. Again, like I said, we do offer a free Facebook group. If you guys see value in that, you guys definitely don't have to. If you guys don't, you guys can feel free to like and subscribe. We do upload daily videos that talk about frequently asked questions, as well as we can just go live and then answer your questions in real time as well. Overall, we hope and wish you guys the best in everything that you guys do. Continue working hard, continue following your dreams, let your passion be what drives you in your success. And again, if you guys want to be part of the lesson library and the mentorship program, we do have a few spots left for the actual mentorship program itself. That's going to be the second link in the description. For all those that are just starting out, we are creating some forum. It's going to be 100% for free, and it's going to answer and cover all frequently asked questions, but it's going to be in a more type of blog type of style. So that's going to be the first link in the description, and I hope that that can guide you in the right direction. Let's see if we have any questions. So TEVA is dropping. Great info. Thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. It was late. Yeah, I do apologize for that. So thank you guys again for everything that you guys do. We'll see you guys in the voice chat. If you guys don't know how to get there, this is the TechBot Solutions main chat. You simply go on over here, and then the TechBot Solutions live chat. You guys can join us there, and we'd be more than happy to answer your questions in real time. Please be sure to mute your mic before you join. If you guys aren't a part of the TechBot Solutions Discord chat, but are a part of the Facebook group, the way you get in is simply by clicking on the main group chat link. Feel free to click on that, and then you guys can sign up for my lesson library right here. Thank you guys again. Take care, and like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team.